My bad. My bad. Sorry. Sorry. I had the sound down. I apologize. Um, I said I'm here. I'm watching Wyatt. Um, he asked if he should go off or stay on, and I told him like, go ahead and stay on. He had a video he wanted to play. So if you're watching Wyatt, and the people watching Wyatt, when Wyatt goes off, I'll kind of recap if I said anything of any importance. I'm also sitting here kind of going through this futures report, Cincinnati Futures Commission report, and I finally got a chance to grab it, and I'm kind of comb through it tonight. But I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. So we'll get into all of that, and maybe a little bit more. I didn't say anything really. We're gonna get into all of that. All of what, Emanuel? You didn't say anything. I'm gonna maybe look at the future report, and there's a couple other things that I think I want to discuss. But as usual, I try to start the show off by saying hello to the people who checking me out. Also, y'all, I'm really, really tired. I am. I got a lot of dinging going on. Hold on. Let's shut that down. Maybe that'll get rid of all my dinging. I'm really tired. I had a pretty large order that I had to get out. So I was up all day and all night Saturday. Really, it all started Friday night. And so I was up, and then I'm doing my thing. And Saturday, I was almost finished printing. It was 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning. I'm printing ourselves because, when you do what you do, sometimes you have late nights. Sometimes you have really late nights. Sometimes, you work through the night. You got to do what you got to do. 5:30 in the morning, I'm printing. I'm down to 5 shirts left. 5 shirts. Why am I? Is everything? I'm looking at my screen. Everything looks like it's really jerky. Like I'm not moving the way I should be moving. Does it look that way to anybody else, or is it just me? I mean, is it just what's happening here? Oh, it would help if I put the chat up. Y'all, forgive me. I told y'all I'm tired. Yeah, keep doing weird stuff. Huh. Well, let me see. I don't like that. I don't like that it keeps doing that. And it's because I can see it in my mind. I imagine. So I'm a reboot. I'm a reboot the entire computer. I got a lot of stuff running. I'm gonna reboot the whole computer. It's 40 of y'all sitting here right now. So I'm gonna reboot the computer. So give me just a couple minutes, and then hopefully everything comes up and everything works fine. All right. So I'm gonna do a reboot. I'm gonna end this broadcast right now, and then I'm gonna reboot the computer, and we'll see what happens. Sea Breezy says it's working now, and it is. Stop doing it. Okay, if it starts doing it again, I'll reboot the whole computer. But it does seem okay now. So if it starts doing crazy stuff, I'll reboot the computer. All right. I'm tired, y'all. No, I do not. I pay a fair amount of money for my 1 gig of internet speed or whatever. So that's why I'm like, it shouldn't be doing nothing. It should be smooth as a fresh jar of Skippy. Let me say hello. Robert Willis. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Got Lewis in the house. Lewis, good afternoon. He's representing Sharonville. Nick representing Blue Ash. Good afternoon, Nick. DeWanda in the house. Good afternoon, DeWanda. Good afternoon. Terry, good afternoon to you. Representing downtown. Melinda, good afternoon. I will do my very best to have a blessed week. Sea Breezy, or is it Sea Breeze? I'm thinking it's Breezy. Tell me, is it C Breezy? Either way, C Breezy representing Boston. Good afternoon. Maria in the house representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. We got Tria representing Columbia Township. Good afternoon. Preston, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Preston. Bonita, good afternoon, representing Roseline. Preston says he's representing Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. All right. Then got a few people telling me no sound, no sound, no sound. I don't hear anything. No sound. Myosha, no sound. Or where's the sound? But I got it fixed. But I will say, Myosha in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Phyllis, good afternoon. Vincent in the house. Good afternoon. Vincent representing Middletown. All right. Anthony. Good afternoon, Anthony. Steban in the house representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Got Darren in the house. Darren representing Madisonville. Sean in the house. I believe still representing Atlanta. And if I go back to doing that sticking thing, then I'm going to reboot. But it seemed to be doing all right now. I think it just did it. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Crystal, good afternoon. She's representing Mount Healthy. Good afternoon. Regina, good afternoon. Representing Madisonville again. This was from earlier. It's glitching. He was saying, yes, it was glitching. Furious Style 7. So what up to this intelligent black man and his listeners? Oh, well, all right. I'm intelligent today. You never know. Give me 10 minutes. And you're going to be like, you a damn fool. So you never know. Good afternoon, though. Jerica in the house. She says, hola, beautiful black people. Hola to you two, beautiful black woman. All right. Mikey G. Oh, Y is gone off, by the way. Mikey G in the house. I'm back. The sound is back. Let's see. Blue Mooney, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Got Pat in the house. Good afternoon, Pat. Good afternoon. Let's see. Deborah. I'm sorry. McConnell, Sharon M. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Deborah representing Forest Park. Good afternoon to you, Deborah. LaDonna. What's up, LaDonna? Good afternoon. Representing East Price Hill. Got Jason in the house representing Fairfield. Lamont in the house representing Westwood. We got Deborah says, I love watching you on YouTube late at night. I don't know that I've been on YouTube late at night. You got a camera in my house. I don't know what's going on. I'm nervous now, Deborah, but I appreciate you being here. Mike representing Woodlawn. Good afternoon, Mike. Let's see. Fame. He's representing the Hard Rock Casino. And apparently he's losing money. Samuel in the house representing East Walnut Hills. Furious Style. I just wanted y'all to know that he is representing his territory, his kingdom. All right. I think that's about it. No, Brent in the house. Good afternoon. He's representing Dallas, Texas. Got Ron D in the house. What's up, Ron? What's up? Good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. And I want to say that's about it. Diane representing Covington. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me see. Myosha has 4 events to go to this week. Already tired. They're all like cotillions or something. Rich people stuff. You know, they get tiring. Andre, good afternoon. Good afternoon. She got me on Diddy Vision. Something. I don't know. She said they be showing your show at night. Oh, okay. I was worried. GD, good afternoon. And happy Monday to you as well. Let me see. Brenda representing Fairfield. Andre wanted y'all to know he representing the West Side. Um, let's see. You kind of sound like Saturday morning karate shows now. I don't know what that means. Shahara in the house. Good afternoon. She's representing Bond Hill today. Nat representing the West Side. All right. Thank you, Nat. And Andrea representing Gulf Manor. Uh, Cotillion. I'm not in the antebellum South. Nah, I know what that, you ain't fooling me. I know rich people be having cotillions and stuff. I don't go to them, but you're not the only rich person that I know, and I hear stuff. I hear stuff. So you can't fool me. I know what's up. All right. Y'all, thank y'all for joining the show. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I appreciate the people who didn't say hello. That's right, Diane. I used to live in Gulf Manor. I did. I appreciate the people who didn't say hello and tell me where they're from. If you're checking this show out, one only rule, it's not even really a rule, that I have that I can think of right now is say hello to me and tell me where you watching the show from or listening. Watching or listening. Because sometimes, like with Wyatt, I'll turn him on, have my earbud in, and like earlier today, I was outside shredding, what would you call it? Putting wood and stuff in the chipper. I had another tree fall, so I had to cut the tree up. This because I'm back up against the woods here, and the trees though on my neighbor's trees on either side of the house. There's still one or two that I expect to fall, but it's not my tree. It's not my tree. I would cut them down, but it's my neighbor's trees. And I know you're thinking, then when they fall on your property, why don't you get your neighbor to clean them up? We kind of cool like that. Like, I can get out there with my chainsaw and, cut it up and, dispose of it. So had another tree fall and I'm getting it up. So, I had to get the chipper out. So I was putting wood in the chipper and just listening to Wyatt and my earbuds, which this time I was using these earbuds. These some Shure TW1s. They're actually decent. I like them. And I use these when I'm working and need to listen to because, see, they wrap around and my AirPods fall out when I'm working, doing too much. So I don't, of course, want them to fall into the chipper or nothing. So anyway, I started to tell y'all I was tired. I was working, printing shirts. It was 5:30 in the morning. I had 5 shirts to go. Actually, technically, I had 7 shirts. I had 5 t-shirts and 2 hoodies. And then I had the youth shirts, which I'm not counting the youth shirts. So I was printing. Again, it's 5:30 in the morning. And I printed a shirt and a part of my what's the word I'm looking for? I had 17th degree COVID. So my memory don't always function the way that I'd be wanting it to function. So please forgive me if I had to search for a word every now and then. My stencil. Part of my stencil, just I did something and so I needed a new screen. I had to make a new screen. Now luckily I had a new screen ready to go. But it ain't as simple as so I had to make a new screen, burn a new screen, rinse out the stencil. And then, of course, that has to dry. So as that's drying, like I said, I had the youth shirts, or actually toddler shirts, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 tees. 6 toddler size. So I had printed the toddler sizes on the other side of the screen. So I had to do like a change and pull off the tape to cover up the person. It was just a whole ordeal. So I had to do that and then do the toddler shirts and then wait for the stencil to dry and then change it back over to finish the other 7 shirts. So I didn't get done until like about 7:30. About 7:30. Now, some of that, of course, is because I was printing with water-based ink. And if you leave that water-based ink on your screen and just let it dry up like overnight or something like that, it's going to be, In my mind, you might as well just go and buy a new screen. So I had to clean those off and clean off all my stuff before I finished. But the bottom line is, I'm tired. I'm tired. And then I had to, do the churches yesterday, which one of them I actually didn't end up going to because I had to go deliver the shirts to the guy. And it was a nice little drive to get out there. So I didn't make the early service, but then I made the other service. And then I also had an event to go to. So then I didn't get home till late. So yeah, I am still tired. But I'm here. Because, of course, I also got to deal with the yard stuff. Y'all don't understand. So much stuff be, going on. And I hear y'all talking about my 17th degree, tree of my COVID. I still don't understand why some of my older people say that. What do the screens look like? I don't understand the question. I don't understand what you're asking me. Oh, but I do want y'all opinions on something. Hold on, I gotta run in the dark room real quick. This won't take me but a moment or two, okay? Just a moment or two. All right. So, I'm making this shirt. I probably won't make it until tomorrow. All right? And this is not a shirt that I can sell. But I got a few shirt designs. I just want y'all opinions on. I'm going to make them anyway because I'm really just making them for me. I can't sell any of these shirts. These are just shirts that I'm making to have. But I just want y'all opinions, okay? All right. This is the first one. Can y'all see this? It's a quote from the Isley Brothers song, "Dress me up for battle when all I want is peace." That's going to be the first shirt. I'm going to do it on like a military green and like a desert sand brown with the black print. It's gonna be black print. I like that. It's a nice little, and it works for both of them. Like, all he wants is peace. But you got to go out in these streets and deal with it. Guess what? All he wants is peace too. But he got to go out in the streets and deal with these people. It's just, and then those of us who pay the price come home with the least. My boy, he, I lost some stuff. So this is going to be shirt number one. I'm going to do I think I'm going to do these tomorrow. He says, what is that? A protest shirt? Brutality? It's just a shirt. It's a song, Harvest for the World by the Isley Brothers. They had it. It's a musical group, twin. It's not trap music. It's a musical group. And they had music that they did. And they had this song called Harvest for the World. And that's a quote from one of the lyrics of the song. It says, "Dress me up for battle when all I want is peace. Those of us that pay the price come home with the least." So I liked it. I like that quote. That's kind of, I don't want to say deep, but it's, when you really think about it. I'm sorry, I don't have no gang related stuff. I'm sorry. Then I got these two, which nobody likes these but me. This is my Adidas logo, but I put Jordan in the middle. I'm not a brand guy, right? So now I'm getting into mixing up brands. I'm getting into, because this is my way of saying F Adidas, F Jordan brand. I do what I want to do. I'm put them all together at the same time. I'm not paying y'all. I can't sell this. You can't sell this. but I can make it. I can. No, no, no. See, Raven, you can make them. They can't stop me from making it. They can stop me from selling it. That's what they can do. So I can get sued for selling it, but I won't be selling it. I won't be selling it. That twin, you getting sued. You can't. Look, y'all. They can't sue. That's like you sitting in if you sit in your down at your desk and draw a picture of Mickey Mouse. Walt Disney can't sue you for that. Now, if you try to sell that picture of Mickey Mouse, okay, then they can sue you. So that's it. I'm making me a shirt. My Jordan Adidas brand. And of course, I got to use the other logo. What is that? And of course, I had to use the other logo. But either way, it's my Jordan Adidas brand shirts. I like them. And the other thing that I like is I like being the only one with some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like some original, original. It's not original because I didn't create it. But I like stuff where, like that's some, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Remember I had 17th degree COVID. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not original, but it's something that everybody else don't have. Like you the only one with one. Or you and a very small number of people have one. Original ain't the word. What's the word I'm trying to think of? But my 17th degree COVID won't let me. I can't think of what it is. I can't think of what it is. But I like having stuff that unique. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. I like having unique stuff. So that's what I'm creating. I might actually, exclusive works too. I might actually put those and use those as giveaways. Because I can't sell it. But I think you can, I'm pretty sure I can make them and give them away. So I might use them as giveaways. We'll see. I'm working on my trying to get to the point where I am designing original things. But I was talking to a graphic designer, and one of the things he said was take stuff that's not original, stuff that has already been designed, and then you redesign. Like, don't copy it and then, you design it. Like, design the Coca-Cola logo. It's already been designed, but as you begin to do it and see the intricacies of the way that people put stuff together, it gets those juices flowing, and then you'll be able to, it'll help you with your creativity when you come up with designs. So that's one of the things. That's one of the things that I'm thinking of. So the giveaway winner can get sued. You won't get sued. They can't sue you. There needs to be like a exchange of money. Like, they gonna sue me for damages. What damages? And what? Here, you want the money that I made off of it? Here is, I'll give you 30% of nothing. They can't sue you from that. They can't sue you for that, I mean. They can't, I'm telling y'all. Mikey G say put a black Smurf on a shirt. A black Smurf. But Smurfs, by definition, are blue. So how would you know that it was a black Smurf? Make his nose a little wider, lips a little fuller, gave him a fade. How would you know that it was a black Smurf? Because Smurfs are blue. I might get us some thought. I might do that. I'm gonna have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not an artist. I can't draw. But, I try to be creative here and there. But I don't really do the brand thing. He says while wearing a Source. I stole this from I wear brand name stuff, but I'm not big into it. Oh, I got to have Nike. I don't care. If Nike was paying me, then I'd be wearing Nike. Like when I worked for the Buzz, I used to wear not a Buzz stuff. I mean, I used to wear Buzz stuff all the time because guess what? They was paying me. I would represent the S out of your brand if you paying me. Now I got all this Buzz stuff, so I wear it every once in a while. I don't care. But I'm not, I only wear Nike. Like, I don't care about that stuff. I don't care. Now, I don't wear Reeboks because they hurt my feet. Reeboks hurt my feet. Actually, Nikes are the most comfortable shoes for my feet right now. But I'll wear whatever. And I got some shoes ain't got no name on them. I don't care. It's comfortable, it's comfortable. All right. Now, I heard I don't want to say he's my friend because he's not my friend. He's not my enemy, but he's not my friend. Avtab Pureval on Lincoln Ware Show today. And I will have to say this. I was a little disappointed in Lincoln Ware, though not surprised. Lincoln's been questioning the makeup of the Futures Commission since he heard about the Futures Commission. He, why wasn't there no grassroots people on there? Why was it only, 4 black people on there? Why were all of these people from outside of the city? Why so many other people live in Hyde Park and whatnot? He had all of these questions that he was asking us, the listeners, the viewers. I guess they were rhetorical questions because he didn't expect us to answer, but it led me to believe that when he gets the mayor in the studio, I believe he actually even said it, when he gets the mayor in the studio, he gonna ask that question or those questions. Angela says you must have wide, flat feet like Fred Flintstone. I do. I have wide, flat feet. When I was little, I had these little metal insoles that they gave me to wear inside my shoes. And I remember wearing them a few times. They wasn't the most comfortable things, but I remember wearing them a few times. And I came home one day without them. My mama was mad. Oh, she was mad. How you lose metal insoles? I don't know. I don't know where they are. And in my mind, I don't know where they are. I have no idea when they came out, but that was the end of that. So yes, I do have wide, flat feet. Back to Lincoln. Or actually back to the mayor. So I thought he would come in and Lincoln would ask, and he started. I was like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And he started off, okay, everybody want to know about the Futures Commission. And he let the mayor filibuster about the Futures Commission with no follow-up questions. There were no follow-up questions, at least that I can recall. And I was thinking, the first question he asked started out with, to be fair. What kind of question? I know this is not going to be a question that's going to press the mayor. This is almost classic blocking. To be fair, these are just suggestions. They not something that's already been put in the works. I don't remember exactly what the question was, but it wasn't even like a question. It was a setup to swing, and I was like, what happened? What happened to, how did you come up with who would decided who would be on this, and why wasn't no grassroots people on this commission? You've been asking us this for, I feel like 2 weeks. It might not have been that long. It might be about a week. But you done asked us this question, feel like 1,000 times. Where was the grassroots people? Why is only so many black people? Why are these guys from Indian Hills? Why a third of these guys is from Hyde Park and Oakley? Why didn't we have this? Why didn't we have... Now you got the guy in the studio. You can ask him. Ask him. He right there. Ask him. Okay, Mr. Mayor, some people want to know this question. I mean, and if you want to answer, some people, they might want to know why wasn't no, and if you don't mind telling us, and I know it's a good reason, but why ain't no enough, why, if you feel like answering, like if we need to have an answer to the question, why wasn't no grassroots people? He could have asked. Why did he not ask? Well, you don't want to ask people questions if you know they're not going to answer. Ask the question. Okay, I just didn't think of it. Yes, you did. Because you read the comment. You saw the comment. I know you saw the comment. I can tell when you read my comments and then decide you're not going to address them. But I know you read them. I can always tell. So you read the comment. So you can't say you didn't think about it. Why would you not ask? But, okay, he didn't ask the question. Mayor was in there, the Futures Commission, and the question was asked about no new taxes. No new taxes. And my brother was saying, who promised no new taxes? And did they say no new questions, no new taxes forever? Did they say no new taxes to the end of time? No. But when you say no new taxes, granted, they did not say no new taxes forever. They didn't. But based on that definition, it could have just meant no new taxes for the 24 hours after we complete the sale. And then new taxes is back on the table, which apparently is what they meant. Well, okay, that's not what they meant. I understand what they meant. But they knew that what they said and the way they put it out there was misleading. And people said, I didn't technically lie. We said no new taxes, but we were specifically talking about for infrastructure projects. We were saying we can modernize our infrastructure with no new taxes, meaning no new taxes to cover the whatever deficit for, what is that, capital expenditures. That's what we meant. But when you put out a mailer and it's talking about modernizing our whatever, and you've got basically bolded with no new taxes, you know people think you're saying we're not about to raise taxes. You know that. So it's misleading to now have the Futures Commission say, we think you should raise taxes, and for you to say, well, we're considering raising taxes. And when the question was asked, like you said, no new taxes, and now y'all raising taxes, now you got to go into this long explanation. Well, what we meant was, so you have to understand, we have a capital budget and we have the general budget, and we have to look at this, and these expenses can only be used for this, and these expenses can only be used for this. So we're not raising taxes for this, but we might have to raise taxes for this. Like on the $400 million shortfall, we won't raise taxes on because we sold the railroad. But on the $800 million, I don't remember the numbers, $800 million, then we might have to raise taxes for that. Why didn't you explain all that shit when you were saying no new taxes? Now, that's a rhetorical question. I know why. Because certain things play well. No new taxes will make you vote yes on something that you might have been against. Because you're thinking, okay, cool, no new taxes. We're going to do this. This stuff going to get fixed. We're going to be good budget-wise, and we're not going to have our taxes raised. And that sounds good to a lot of people. But you already knew. Y'all already knew y'all was going to raise taxes. Y'all knew it. Y'all, it's just, right now, it's just a recommendation from the Futures Commission, and none of this stuff is law, and there's nothing saying that we're actually going to do these things. Y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna do it. There is no part of me that believes, even for a moment, that y'all not gonna do the majority of the things that the Futures Commission recommended. If y'all can figure out a way to do it in a way that doesn't have any adverse effects on your political future, you're gonna do it. But he had to pretend, and we just, and see, what you have to understand, the way the budget is separated. Just say, look, I understand that was misleading. My phone almost fell. I had to catch it. I understand that was misleading. Sorry that we probably should have been clearer during the whole debate around selling the railroad, but we apologize for misleading you, but this is where we are now. Don't try to pretend like you didn't say it, or, you didn't know that you was misleading people when y'all said it. I'm not even going to say you said it. I don't ever recall hearing the mayor say, no new taxes. But I remember the mailer with both, hold on, I might be able to even put this up here. Let's see. No new taxes. That's a photo of the mailer that they sent out. So for my brother, when did they say no new taxes? I don't remember nobody saying that. There you go. It was misleading. And now he don't even know what stock options are. Nate called him. Nate said, will you promise to not raise taxes? He be kind of hype and stuff. To not raise taxes on single, hardworking grandmothers who can barely afford their medicine unless you repeal the ban on taxing stock options. I don't remember exactly how he said it, but it was somewhere like that. And when he said it, I said, nope, he will not make that promise. He's not going to promise to not raise taxes on regular citizens without raising taxes or taxing stock options in the city of Cincinnati. He's not going to make that promise because he's not going to do it. Because guess who he would be raising taxes on? Guess why taxing stock options was not in this Futures Commission report? Because guess what? The people whose taxes would be getting raised, they was on the Futures Commission. Them are the people, them CEOs and whatnot. Them CEOs and whatnot, them the people who might pay a lot more money if he start taxing stock options. So they not going to suggest that. They'll suggest the police should write more tickets because they know they not going to be getting no tickets. They know that. They know. So yeah, look, if you ask me, Emanuel, Your Highness, Mr. King of Talk, how can we do something to raise more money for the city. I'm gonna look at stuff. I'm be like, they could do this, they could do this, they could do that, they could do that. But before I suggest they do any of this, what's gonna affect me? Oh, raise property taxes? No, because that would be more money out of my pocket. I own a home. So, more tickets for lights out on cars. Because I know my light is going to always be good because I check them. So, yeah, people driving around with that one headlight, look like it's winking at you, get him more tickets. Because I know that's not going to be me. If you see people jaywalking, give them tickets. Because I don't jaywalk. Everything they going to suggest is going to be stuff that's not going to affect them. Not greatly. Stock options, I'm not really 100% sure. I can't say what the rule currently is on stock options. That might be a state thing. I'm not sure. If he was serious, he could have said, well, you know what? I'll be honest with you, Mr. Livingston. I'm not sure about how we deal with stock options, but if there is a way that we can tax stock options, I promise that I will tax stock options before I raise taxes on everyday citizens in the city of Cincinnati. I make that promise to you right now. You have my word. But he wasn't going to say that. Because he's not going to do it. If he went back to the office and found out, you know what? We could do it right now. He wasn't going to do it. And this ain't even, I'm not anti-AFTAB. But I'm just telling y'all, don't be fooled by all of this stuff. These are the rich and powerful people in Cincinnati, the business community. And they are going to dictate what happens in Cincinnati. Not your po ass. They are. They're going to tell the mayor and council, here's what you should do. And that's not even necessarily like evil. Ooh, that's evil. No. I mean, business community runs government to a very large extent. Which I guess is why you go to rich and powerful people to say, hey, excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Rich and Powerful, we've got a problem and we'd like you to tell us what to do about it. You don't go to Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. Normal Citizen. We've got a problem and we'd like for you to tell us what to do about it. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. A lot of people really truly believe normal people don't understand shit. So why ask them about it? But I argue a lot of times rich and powerful people don't understand what's going on in the lives of normal people. Which is why I think having a group of people that include the rich and powerful and just the normal, so that when they making suggestions, like, hey, let's charge for garbage pickup. Some normal person could be like, you know, I mean, that sound okay, but that's another fee on me. Well, we do it out in our community and we get along just fine. Okay, that's fine. But economically, that might hurt me. Not that they necessarily gonna care. They gonna look at them and say, fuck you. This is what we gonna suggest. It happens. It happens. But at least to be able to be like, we asked and we took some input from some of those normal people on the commission. Normal people. And they didn't like it, but we thought, we pay it. Why can't they pay it? But again, I finally have the report. Not that it hasn't been out there or whatever. Mayo says, do they really look at people and say, fuck you? Yes. Yes, they do. I've watched plenty of movies and seen a whole lot of reenactments. And they look at them and they say, fuck you. And then they move on. They wouldn't put it on TV if it wasn't true. So. But I finally downloaded the report. I'll go through the report. It's only like 77 pages or something like that. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's only like 77 pages. So I'll go through the report tonight. I'll look at it and we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I was disappointed. But I mean, I guess it's good. It's good to have, access to your elected representatives. So to have them on, even if they get softballed, it still makes you feel good that they came and talked to you through somebody else. Makes you feel good. Oh, wait a minute. I got a call. Nate Livingston?
Emanuel Livingston the 12th. How you doing, boy?
I'm fantastic. And you?
Now, listen, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And your niece said hello. Now, but we didn't call to talk about good times. We called to talk about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question first.
All right.
So I'm driving. I haven't been able to see that what you put up. Give me the what does it say about no new taxes?
Well, the bottom line. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll tell you what it says.
Is it one of those? Is it one of those things where it's like, and if you vote for this, there'll be no new taxes to fix up? I mean, I don't want to accuse you, but are you taking this maybe out of context?
No.
Are they talking about fixing up stuff, and then they're like, hey, and this is if you let us sell the choo-choo train, there'll be no new taxes to do all this stuff we're talking about.
Here's what it's saying. That we can modernize the city's infrastructure and then bold and highlighted print with no new taxes.
Okay. And you're
vote
saying
yes,
that's different.
Sell the railroad.
And you're saying that what they're suggesting now through this commission is to raise taxes for an operating deficit?
Yes.
Those are two different things.
I agree. They are two different things. But again, my point was, and will be, when you put out some bold mailer and you put out in big letters that are highlighted with no new taxes, you are misleading people to believe that, because they're not explaining we got two budgets, They're not doing all of that. What people hear is no new taxes. And so it is very fair to say, at the very least, maybe not dishonest, but seriously misleading a lot of people when you know that you're going to come back a couple months later and suggest new taxes.
I don't know. I had to see it, and I had to see it with my own eyes. But I think most people, including you had many discussions about this. You made it clear that they were talking about dollars for infrastructure projects, for existing infrastructure. And so I
But
don't know
you,
if I would
hold on.
think,
But
oh, they could take that money and use it for the police department.
But Nate, well, they would have you believe that because on this same flyer it's talking about fire and emergency services, which would make one believe they can use this money for the police department because that would be
Really?
considered emergency. Yes, if I tell you I got $5 billion for fire and emergency services, you thinking that's gonna help pay for police. That's only reasonable. Yeah, that's what you would think. But no, I can't use this money to pay police. I can only use this money to fix up the police department, the building. But if I tell you I got $5 billion for fire and emergency services, you're thinking fire department and police department is getting paid. They got $5 billion. So I'm not saying everybody doesn't understand, and they know this. Everybody doesn't understand you got the capital budget and you got the... Everybody don't get that. So when you tell people we're going to do all of this stuff, and guess what? I'm promising you no new taxes. Then people think, oh, good. We good. We don't need no new taxes. It's misleading.
Okay, now let me ask you this. So when I hear stuff like this, I think to myself, this is just how my brain works.
All right.
What are we going to do about it? Or what should we be doing about it? Or what is somebody else going to do about it? So who, if you had to give a name, 3 or 4 or 5 people, who are the leading activists in the city right now today?
I don't know. I don't...
Who would, why wouldn't you and all your listeners, at least the ones who live in the city, who don't like what you've been hearing, why wouldn't y'all take it upon yourselves to say, you know what, we're going to go out here, we're going to get some petitions, and we're going to tell our mayor and our council and our city manager, this is what we want.
Well, first of all, I could probably throw out some activist names. I don't want to do that, and I shouldn't have to do that. In terms of whether or not I like we can put together our own futures committee and whatever commission or whatever. They not listening.
Yeah, but that's exactly where I was going. Why wouldn't black people say, you know what, we're gonna have our own futures committee to talk about our own future in Black Cincinnati?
That sounds like a good, and it probably is a good idea. There's no part of me that believes they're gonna listen. They not, just like whoever put together, which we would know the answer to these questions possibly if someone had thought to ask. But just like whoever put together the people on this futures commission, they didn't go to no grassroots activist types for a reason, because they know that opinion is not valued at that level. So we could put together a futures commission, and I'm not saying it shouldn't be done. I'm just telling you how I feel deep down inside, all right? We could put together a futures commission and submit that report with recommendations to the administration. They not gonna care. They not gonna listen, because they didn't go to the regular people and regular citizens and say, what can we do? They went to the wealthy, rich, powerful people and said, what do y'all think?
Well, this is what I'm thinking. And I'm trying to tap into that political science degree part of your brain.
All right.
So, and I'm talking about people power, people empowerment, the power of the people to go over the heads of the elected officials when you don't like what the elected officials are doing or what they aren't doing. So I'm wondering, why not, again, why not just have a futures, a black futures commission or committee or series of meetings and then come up with recommendations and take them to the mayor and to the council, I mean, that might not be a bad idea. But
That's
why
not a
not?
bad idea.
Why not make it clear that if you all don't do what we're saying, we'll take it to the people directly. We'll go out, we'll get enough signatures, we'll put it on the ballot, and we'll force you to do it. And before you answer, let me say, I realize everything ain't for everybody, and that's when the black community gets in trouble. When the person who say, "Look, my role is to be the podcaster, to bring ideas to you," or the person says, "My role is to be the sign carrier," you know what I'm saying? Or my job is just to, be at home and raise my kids. I get it. Everybody can't be the leader. Everybody can't be the, so everybody can't put this together and everybody can't lead it. With having said that, why not get together some people who know how to get this thing done, who know how to move some stuff, and do what I said. Get a recommendation, get a report, send it to them, petition your your majority black council to do the recommendations. And then again, if they don't do it, say, you know what, we're going to put it on. We're going to get the signatures, and we're just going to. I think that would empower people. It would teach them something that seems to be quickly being forgotten in the city of Cincinnati about how you can move and how you can make change. But I also think it would spur turnout, especially if you could get it on the ballot for November. Maybe you could put something in there about 10th districts, and I think it would be a win-win for everybody. What are your thoughts?
I don't disagree with you. I think it would be a great idea. I don't know how effective it would be with the administration, but like you said, with the grassroots people to actually get out there and do it and work it, I think it's not a bad idea.
So who should be doing this?
Let me give some thought to it. I had to think about who might be some good people to take this on. Somebody said people like Tillery, Kearney. I'm not sure who Anderson is, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now.
Okay, I gotta go. I'll hang up and listen.
All right.
All right.
I think it's a good idea. I'm not knocking the idea. Again, I don't think that the administration, the city government, would listen. Anthony says Ken Anderson. Okay. I don't know that the city government would listen to the People's Future Commission, but it's not a bad idea. And people, we have to understand that, yeah, if we don't see, I just feel like I'm watching the video and I feel like I keep jumping, but we don't understand that we do have power to some degree if we figure it out how to exercise it and actually do something about it. We can have power. We can affect change. A lot of people don't understand that it's possible. But I don't know. Again, I would like to think, because I'm not actually saying, because I haven't read the futures report. I'll read it tonight. So I'm not actually saying that even just the things that I've heard about the recommendations are bad. I'm saying I do still have questions that, in all honesty, I shouldn't have after the mayor just came on to discuss it and was not asked about it, was not asked some of the pressing questions that even the host had raised himself. Like, How were these people chosen? I don't know how they were chosen. Shouldn't we know that now? Who was just in the studio? The question could have been asked, Mr. Mayor. How were these people chosen? That sounds like a simple question. It could have been asked. But if you ask me right now, how were the people chosen? I don't know. They were chosen. Maybe just all the CEO of P&G went through his phone and these were his friends of the week. And so he did it. Angela says, AFTAB appointed and council approved. But how? What process did he use to decide who to appoint? What process did he use to decide who to appoint? That's what I'm saying. Like, not who appointed them, who chose them, but how were they chosen? What was the criteria? What criteria was used? Believe it or not, that's important. It's important. And if you don't know, you can't criticize a process that's totally secret. How were they chosen? I can't tell you, but just trust me. It was all good and fair. What was the criteria? Well, I can't tell you, but trust me, it was all good and fair. I mean, just, having that knowledge. Again, I'm not against AFTAB. I'm not against the Futures Commission. I haven't read through the report. I'm doing that tonight. It'll probably take a couple days to, I'll read through it real quick. And then probably tomorrow night, I'll go through it and really go through it. Angela says council needs to ask that on constituents' behalf, which they hardly ever inquire. But I'll be honest. I'll tell you, this is my opinion about council. And I don't know most of the people on council. The ones that I know, I actually like. But I think when you get on council, I talk about the Stanford experiment. This is totally different, but I think it applies in some ways. Y'all know the Stanford experiment where some people volunteered, the students volunteered, some of them volunteered to be prisoners, some of them volunteered to be guards, right? And they had to cut the experiment, but after a day or two, I forget what it was, but it was real quick because the volunteer guards took their power and it went to their head and they were treating the prisoners horrible. All of that to say, there is something psychological, seemingly, about us as people that when we get in power, we don't always associate ourselves with the people not in power. Now we're a part of power, and people with power move a certain way and act a certain way and think a certain way. And it's not even, I don't even really think it's a conscious decision. I'm sitting here, I'm fighting justice. Hey, why don't you be on council? All right, now you out there screaming justice. And I'm like, lock them up. They're disrupting our meeting. Something in me forgets what it was like to be out there fighting for justice. Something about being in a power position makes people move differently, act differently, think differently. I don't know exactly what it is, of course. And I'm saying all that to say, the people on council, they're in a position of power now. So they're not thinking, why did all of these powerful people get chosen? Well, I'm one of the powerful people. I'm not going to say nothing to be critical or even potentially critical of other powerful people, because now I understand what it's like to be one of them. What was the criteria? I'm in power. I don't want my decisions questioned. So I'm not going to question your decisions and how you did stuff. So it sounds good and right to say, shouldn't the people on council be questioning these criteria and all of that stuff because they represent the people? But when you elect somebody to represent the people, they become a part of the power structure many times. I'm not saying that it's like horrible and wrong, because it's one of those things where, look, you don't understand necessarily how things work until you get there and you in the middle of it and you're like, oh, this is how all of this stuff works. I had an idea, but I didn't know all of the intricate details. So that's good. That's good. But you lost sight of yourself maybe when you was out there talking about all power to the people, all power to the people. And that's a real thing. That's not just something, y'all know that. That's not just something that I just made up. It's a real thing. Seth, Reggie, and I would not say that because I like her. I don't like that. So Seth, Reggie, and Jan asked the most questions. But that's just my take on that. That's just my take on that. Thank you, Jan Michelle. I'll go with Jan Michelle. I didn't vote for her because of that nonsense. And I wanted to vote for her because I like her, but I'm not going to vote for somebody who allows that in their campaign ads. What else did I have that I wanted to discuss? Anthony, it doesn't bother me that you say it or that someone else. I mean, it bothers me in the sense that it's stupid. But it doesn't bother me. Like, I wouldn't not vote for her because Anthony or Angela or whoever calls her that. I would not vote for her because she put it in her campaign ads, which is like an acknowledgement of it and the value of it, which then makes me have to question your judgment. Hold on, Janice put something up. Janice says, I believe a large segment of the Futures Committee should consist of presidents of community councils. These presidents have been elected by those in their community and know the needs of those communities and provide insights into the needs of the city. I agree with that. I agree with that. That would be good. That would be good. But presidents of community councils aren't necessarily rich. And a lot of them actually live in the communities that, you know, they're community council presidents of. And apparently that wasn't what they was looking for. Or that wasn't what he was looking for, or whoever. Because again, we don't know. It would have been nice to ask the question. And then you got something to, because that's another thing about asking the question. Whether or not they're actually going to answer the question is not that important. You ask the question, number one, in hopes that, yes, they'll answer the question. But you're just trying to get them on record as saying something so that you have something to hold them to. Like when the guy, y'all got mad at him. When the guy MP, when he called, when Seth was on, and he basically asked him, are you a racist? I'm going to tell you what was telling to me. Seth didn't say no. I would have thought that's the easy answer. You asked me, Emanuel, are you a racist? No. That's why you ask questions. You get people on the record. And then you have something to hold them to. Hold on. You said no new taxes. It's like, well, I didn't ask him. I didn't want to ask him if he was going to raise taxes because I know he's not going to answer. So then you can never come back and say, hold on, you said no new taxes, but you raised taxes. Ron.
Hey man, how you feel?
I feel all right. How you feel? I mean, I'm tired, but other than that, I feel all right.
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Man, so now I tried to Google the people on the Futures Committee. Now, I mean, I guess it's public information. Now, I don't know the black people that's on here, but everybody that's on the Future Committee is rich. I mean, they got the CEO of TQL Stadium and the CEO of Procter & Gamble and all that other stuff. I mean, I'm listening in the car, so I'm just listening. And I heard you say that somebody said that they should have the people that on the community council that are on the future committees. And I definitely think they should have the people that are on the community council in the future committee, because otherwise they're not counting us in the future, or they're not dictating to black folk how they're going to benefit us as the future committee. It's the same thing. We get benefits because the white folk get benefits. But I mean, it's time out for all of that when we know that, you know, not all black folk are low income, but we take an L in the low income sectors of our community all the time, and don't nobody really look out for us, but they look out for us in other ways, like looking out for white folk. But it's just time out for all that, man. And does somebody else know? Please, somebody put in the chat. Well, I can't see the chat, but somebody say, you know, who's black that's on the Futures Committee. I don't know.
Well, I don't know who's black on here. I mean, they have I'm looking at the report, and I'm on page 9 of the report, and it says who all of the members are. I don't know these people, so I couldn't tell you who's black. I might, you know, again, today I'll read it, or tonight I'll read it. Tomorrow I'll probably really go through it, and then maybe I'll look up and see, you know, who's what race. But to me, the big deal ain't necessarily just, and I'm not saying that you're saying this, but the big deal ain't necessarily just race. But,
yeah,
you know, I like you said, it's almost all president of this, CEO of that, senior vice president of this, founder and CEO of that. And it's like, what about the president of the community council, or, you know, just
we don't have no
person?
We don't have no representation. I was looking at that shit, and like you said, president of that, CEO of that, CEO, and the fact they had some real balls putting the CEO of TQL Stadium on there. Ooh, they had some real balls to do that. I mean, that's just a slap in the face. That's just a slap in the face. I mean, man,
Well, hold on. Let me
like I
tell you,
said,
I don't know that it's a slap in the face to put the president of
boy,
TQL Stadium if he's on there. I don't know. The president of TQL. I don't know that that's a slap in the face. I think if anything is a slap in the face, it's the combination of the president of TQL and no one who's not a president or CEO of anything. That combination. Now you put like if you
man,
put what Carrie Byrne in a room with I don't know Ozzie Davis, I believe was his name. You put them on a committee together. I might trust that community better. I mean that committee better as a member of the community that maybe they came to some conclusion because it wasn't just president of TQL. It was this guy
right,
along with this regular old black guy. I don't mean to be dismissive,
right.
regular old black guy, but some guy who
Yeah,
I
I know what
believe
you're
has
saying.
the best, the wants the best for his community. And I would trust that maybe a little more than just rich, powerful people.
Man, and I'll say this again. I've said this before. Uh, they voted us the fifth most racist city in the country, but the fourth most livable city. It might be vice versa, but either or, it astonishes me with a city full of Democrats that it's that way, and Democrats generally are black folk. So it astonishes me that runs that way. The fourth most livable city, but the fifth most racist city in the country. It's just unbelievable to me. But that's the city I live in, so it is what it is. But that's all I have, man.
Oh, I gotta ask you about your boy.
What's that?
How do you, in terms of the trial that's going on, with your boy falling asleep and farting in court and opening statements today and all of that kind of stuff, are you optimistic that your boy gonna beat this, or you think he might be found guilty?
If he found guilty, he gonna run the appeal. I mean, man, it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit out the gate. It's just bullshit out the gate. He gonna run it on appeal and all that other little stuff. It should be overturned on appeal, just like all the rest of them little cases. But I mean, it just it's gonna run the way it runs. I mean, truth being told, he should be the 47th president of the United States. But like I said, I'm not really looking to see no election happen, and I don't even know if they get to it, if he'll get to it, if they'll let him get to it. So
No, I don't
it
know.
is
What
it
does
is.
that mean if they'll let him get to it?
Oh, you know what it means, shit.
No,
I mean, they've done everything else. They've tried to assassinate his character, everything else, and then of course, assassination of his character isn't what I really wanted to say. I just don't have the words that I need to speak, but. They done created a whole bunch of bullshit. If they didn't create none of this bullshit, he wouldn't still have cases. He would be under the jail. It's just, I mean,
they
it's just
don't
bullshit.
put people under jails.
Okay, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna just let the shit play out. I mean, well, what I said Friday, I think. Says it all. I mean, I just don't have no more to say after that. I don't have no more room.
All right.
All right.
All
You're
right,
good.
Ron. Hey, I appreciate your call.
All right.
All right. I wanted to get his take on it. I wanted to know how he felt everything was gonna go. I mean, I think I'm on. I think I'm on record as saying I think he'll be found guilty of a misdemeanor. I don't necessarily think he should be found guilty of anything more than that. I think that's it. That's all he is, and that's all he kind of is guilty of, and that's all he should be found guilty of. And that's the way I see it. I know a lot of people are rooting for, ooh, get him, put him in jail. They're not gonna put him in jail. We all know that. He's not going to jail. But if anything, the misdemeanor. That should be about it. That should be about it. Let me see. CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, hey, that was a good one.
Hold on. You didn't answer my question.
What you say? How I'm doing?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm full, man. I'm full. I just smashed.
Well,
Yep.
I don't mean how you doing it that way. I mean, are you, mentally, are you well? Physically, are you well? How are you doing?
I always feel good after I smash.
Oh, all right.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, that's like getting relief. You know what I'm saying? Relief. You know what I mean? But
Hold on. You talking about you smashed some food.
Right.
Okay. Because you say you smashed. That could be something different. And then that makes you feel good and,
Right.
everything. Too.
That was a double entendre, wasn't it? That was a double entendre. King of talk. Well, I got them big words too now. Hey.
You're right. Entendre is a huge word.
Woo! Hey, now we got, like you said, Trump. He don't have to worry about nothing. He's unfortunately one of those people that's too big for the program. He's big. He's one of the guys that's bigger than the program. You know what I mean? You know how they be like, nobody's bigger than the program.
I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? How is he bigger than the program?
That the laws that other people are held to, he's not held to. So, because of his accomplishment of being president, he don't have to worry about a conviction.
All right. Well, I guess we've yet to see that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, no president has ever been indicted, has he? After they served?
I don't think so.
Diplomatic immunity. Yep, that's what they call it. That's what he
was
said.
good. You channeled Lethal Weapon. You can't beat that.
It's only one movie that we came, bro. Hey, we showing our age group, boy. He said that boy did Danny Glover. He should have won an Oscar the way he did his head. But my bad. But hey, I just gotta say, man, did you watch the fight this weekend?
I didn't watch the fight. I saw highlights of the fight, but no, I didn't get an opportunity to watch it.
That's the reason I called your phone line today, because of that fight. And to tell you about these boxer fans, absolutely dumb, ignorant. They the stupidest fans in sports. Out of the fans of sports, they dumb. They stupid dumb.
Why would you say that?
Okay, this is how a boxing fan is. Bengals make it to the Super Bowl, they don't win. Okay, we'll go next year. In boxing, if you make it to the Super Bowl and lose, you wasn't never shit from the jump. Now they Devin Haney ain't nothing. Every time you remember you went through this with Broner and you was trying to tell people, oh, he only got a couple losses. But in this boxing game, it's to humiliate you. They want to see you fail so bad. In his case, because his father made him that successful, so the fall off is oh man, they're savoring.
Let me say, I don't know that I agree with your assessment there. I think if you go to the Super Bowl and
yes, sir.
I'm gonna go way back because I couldn't tell you about none of these recent Super Bowls, and I'm going way back to '85. The Bears trounced the Patriots. People talked about how trash the Patriots was after that Super Bowl because they looked so bad. But they made it to the Super Bowl. People, if you look just horrible in a fight, It's
Okay.
tantamount to you getting blown out in football. Or if the Warriors were to have made it to the NBA Finals against Boston, and then they swept them and held them to 20 points every game, everybody would be saying they trash. That team is trash, but they was in the finals. It's just the way things go. It's not something specific to boxing fans. It's just a thing that happens. If you look really bad in a fight, people are
Yep.
gonna say you trash.
Right, right. And but I would say he did not look really bad. He just got beat. He looked really good to me because any man that finishes that fight, he should have been knocked out. The man went down 4-5 times, Livingston. 4-5 times he been on the
I think
ground,
it was
all on his
three.
knee.
I think it was three.
Yeah, it was 3, but I'm saying it was really 4-5 times. The referee was.
Yeah, he got rocked. I mean, again, I didn't watch the fight, but I saw
Mhm.
a number of highlights, and he did get rocked a couple times that he didn't go down. But
Yeah.
the point
Mhm.
I'm saying, and again, as somebody who didn't watch the fight, based on the highlights, he looked bad.
Oh yeah, and I want to tell you this because I know you participated in sports. You have to stop belittling your opponent. Motherfucker, if you ain't shit, I'm not fighting you. Stop acting like, oh, he's a bum. Hold on. I don't fight bums. I don't get paid tens of millions to fight bums. So I don't never understand why do they belittle their opponent
I can tell
when
you
if
why
it
they
was
do
me.
that. I can tell you why they do that.
Okay,
You got to
just let me
promote the
finish the
fight.
point.
You got to
Yeah, I'm
promote the
saying,
fight.
but that's how I'm promoting the fight. I'm fighting. If me and you about to fight, I'm fighting the baddest dude in Cincinnati. Well, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, Livingston, he's a bum. How I'm gonna promote the fight saying you're a bum?
Well,
I think you
here's the
demoting the
because
fight.
what that does. See, and to me, this goes back to wrestling.
Mhm.
People want a good story leading
Mhm.
up to a good story will make you watch a bad fight. A good story will
Right.
make you watch a bad game. So if I don't know, two teams that didn't do great this year in the NBA, right? And I
Okay.
don't have the standings in front of me. So if you got somebody off Detroit and somebody off of Washington, and
Mhm.
there's a perceived personal animosity, and the dude from Detroit is like, Washington suck. F Washington, F this dude, F this, F that, F this. They ain't this, they ain't that. We gonna smash them. It ain't even gonna be a thing. We gonna make them all quit. They ain't gonna do that. And then the dude from Washington is like, man, Detroit, didn't y'all just break a record for being so bad? Y'all ain't ass. We gonna come in there. We gonna demolish y'all. And after the fight, I'ma F your girl. You know? Oh, you gonna F my
Right.
girl?
Right.
Guess what? That game is getting some views, not because both teams are good, but because there's a story behind it. They talking that mess, and I want to see that showdown because of that story. That's why they do it, because they got to
Yep.
create that story and that hype. And not that you didn't want to see those two fight anyway, but shoot, they just took it to another level. Now I really want to see it. That's why they do that.
Right. Well, but now what you're saying is so true. But I think the story and the fight from what you just said is you don't get lost in the story. I think the Haney's got lost in the promotion because Ryan Garcia was talking all that retardedness, but he was just tricking the Haney's into thinking he wasn't prepared. I really think they went in overconfident. He coming in there drinking beer on the scale, smoking weed. I think that put them overconfidence.
Okay.
I think. Do you think that plays a part?
I don't know. Again, I didn't see the fight. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I watch boxing, but I'm not, into the I don't read Ring magazine and all that kind of stuff. I watch boxing. I'm a little more than a casual boxing fan, So I don't
Really?
have all of the background on either of the fighters or anything like that. I'll go back and watch the fight, even though it's not as exciting when you know the outcome. But I will go back and watch the fight because I do that. But I don't know who what all I know is one loss and everybody complaining about the fan base, and the fan base ain't this and the fan base ain't that. The fan base is like every other fan base. If you get
Yep.
smoked and you lose, people make fun of the losers and celebrate the winners, and that's just what people do.
But a boxer should be judged by their losses. It's how you lose, by you fighting through it, by you not quitting. That shows a lot too, because a lot of people get knocked out in the first round, Livingston. But this guy, his confidence kept getting him back up to fight. But you just gotta realize, don't go in these fights too confident. And it's mainly the father situation, the Bill Haney. With him being they just got a little too overconfident, man. But I'm with you on this. A loss is just one loss, and you can learn. A loss means nothing if you don't lose again, right?
I don't know about that, but it's not the end of the world, hopefully.
Hey, man. So with wrestling, you a lifetime wrestling fan?
Well, I wasn't watching it as a baby, but from as far back as I first got a good taste of it, yeah, I've been watching wrestling for a long time.
Now, where would you put it at now? Is it at its best right now, or at its worst, or just as good as it ever was? Because boxing is like probably 70% good right now. I think it's at a good peak. But how is wrestling? Is wrestling up there?
I think wrestling is up there. I think it is. I think it's enough. It's not as good as it was in the 80s, in my opinion. When you had Ric Flair and in the NWA, and then you had the WWF coming up. So they was. I don't think that the stories and everything are as good as they were in the 80s. But it's a whole different beast, because back in the 80s they was protecting kayfabe. They was protecting the fakeness of what people call fakeness of wrestling. So they tried to make everything seem super real. Whereas now, they've lifted the sheet and you can see the man behind the curtain. So everybody know, it ain't real. The stories are just stories and the outcome is predetermined and all that kind of stuff. But you can still appreciate the story and the athleticism of the people doing it. So it's different. Is one better than the other? I prefer in the 80s when everything seemed a little more real, but I can appreciate what's happening now. It's really exciting.
Yep. Hey, that was it, man. I appreciate you, brother, man. I got to talk the boxing with you. Cause you be teaching us about that wrestling game. Hey, have a great one, man.
All right, CK. You do the same. All right, that was CK. Hold on. I'm trying to get to this story. The Supreme Court right now taking up a case basically out of Oregon, where in Oregon they are fining people. What's the fine? I saw it in here. It's like $295 or something like that for sleeping outside. Not just, run of the mill sleeping outside. Okay, violators face fines of at least $295, but repeat offenders may be banned from the city park for 30 days. If a person violates the order by camping in a park, they are committing criminal trespass, punishable by up to 30 days in jail and a fine of $1,250. Now, again, this ain't people camping. These are homeless people sleeping in the park. So they're fining people $295 basically for being homeless. They're saying you can't sleep outside, but you're homeless. Where are homeless people supposed to sleep? Or they can sleep in their car. They ain't got no car because they homeless. There's homeless shelters. They fill up. Where are homeless people supposed to sleep? And to me, the idea of making homelessness illegal is in essence what's happening here. You're making it illegal for me to be homeless. Trying to take my resources that I don't have to put me in jail, which you don't want me in jail. So it's against the law for me to be homeless. I don't understand. It seems to me, it'd probably be much better to try to help people. Everybody don't want help, man. Okay. But just to live. Not have a home. It's illegal. Punishable by what, $295? At least $295, and maybe up to 30 days in jail and a $1,250 fine, which you definitely don't have because you're homeless. And it I'm sure it creates a cycle of put him in jail. He'd be in jail for 30 days. I don't know that homeless people, because people, well, maybe it's best for you. I bet them homeless people want to go to jail. I don't think so. I don't think homeless people want to go to jail. They got somewhere to stay. Don't mean that's where you want to go. Your freedom is restricted. If I'm homeless on the street, I still got my freedom. I can move. I can go where I want to go and whatnot. If I'm in jail, I'm confined. I don't want to be confined. Yes, I want shelter maybe, but I don't want to be confined. But then what happens when I get out of jail? I still ain't got no job and no place to live. And guess what? At some point, I'm gonna get sleepy. And I got to go to sleep. So the very nature of me going to sleep somewhere in public then becomes against the law. And I'm subject to another 30 days in jail and another $1,250 fine that I can't pay. It's just a horrible situation. And the Supreme Court is looking at it. Anthony says, I get it if they create a filthy mess. Yeah, the shelters are full and housing is scarce. What the hell are you supposed to do? I don't know. That's why these homeless people behind the house in the woods, I don't really give them a hard time. They don't bother. Maybe if they bothered people, but they don't bother nobody. They're not there every night, every day. But they don't bother nobody. They're not on my property. I don't want to see them in jail. During the more than 2 hours of arguments, the justices appeared divided over whether Grants Pass went too far with its rules. And they struggled with where to draw the line for what a city can do to address homelessness before it becomes a constitutional violation. They said, quote, how do we draw these difficult lines of whether the Eighth Amendment would prohibit a municipality from punishing other acts like public urination if there are no facilities available, or trespassing? They're trying to figure it out. Because, I mean, there is a line. I hate to say it, but there is a line. There's got to be a line. But it just seemed to me, instead of trying to figure out the most creative way to punish people or whatever, help people. One of the things that struck me most when I went to Vegas was the homelessness. Just the sheer number of homeless people everywhere. when I say everywhere, like everywhere we went, there were loads and loads of homeless people. And I was like, wow. Like, yeah, down on the strip and all that kind of stuff, it was homeless people. We were on the old strip, it was homeless people. We went to the neighborhoods because, she had some relatives that lived in really nice neighborhoods. There were homeless people all along the way. There were homeless people. Brent.
Hey, good Monday afternoon, Emmanuel. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm all right. A little tired myself. My son was actually in one of those fancy cotillions that you accused Myosha attending. He was an escort, and they had 31 young ladies with 31 escorts and 10 ladies in waiting. And man, we actually got out in 3 hours, which I was surprised that it got out so quickly, but it turned out being pretty good.
All right.
So
you got a little rich in you too.
The highfalutin, high sedity lifestyle that they may want to lead.
Yeah. I'm not against it. Brent?
And essentially, they got their vagrancy laws.
Okay, Brent, Brent, you cut out for a long time, so we missed everything you said about homelessness.
Uh-oh. Hey, well, let me, hold on here 1 second.
I mean, we can...
Hey, let me just call you right back.
Okay.
All right.
All right, you're going to call right back. All right, here he is. Brent.
Okay, hopefully this is a little bit better.
All right.
No, what I was saying about the homelessness and similar to the vagrancy laws they had back right after the Civil War, to where in the South they made it illegal for people to not have a home, which of course they don't have a home. You just freed them and you didn't give them any resources in order to buy a home and to maintain a home. And, that's what essentially turned a lot of former enslaved people back into the criminal justice system, which led to, in the Alabama area, Birmingham, convict leasing, to where they had to go work in the coal mines for free. To where, from what I've read in the historical reports and everything, that was in a lot of cases more brutal than slavery, because the prisons that were leasing these convicts had no financial losses if they happen to kill one of them. They just called up to jail and say, hey, give me another one of them naysayers, and they would send another one along. So at some point in time, it's just crazy, and it's sad that in a country that we have here that has so much in terms of land and benefits and resources, that to not want to help people who, whether it's falling on hard times, and we're returning to a society where more and more people are living paycheck to paycheck. So if there is any type of emergency, goodness, they could be homeless in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And even some cities, I remember hearing some cities back a few years ago, they were paying their homeless people with like a gift card and a bus ticket to ship them to other cities, just to try to get rid of, their homeless issue, which is like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. So they're trying to make them someone else's problem instead of, addressing the issue that's there. And I don't know the solution, don't know the answer, but locking them up in jail isn't going to do anything for them.
Fining them, $300 basically, that's definitely not going to be the solution, because you're creating homelessness and crime now, because now they're criminals because they didn't have that $300 to pay, and so now they got probably a warrant out for their arrest. If they, it creates a whole new situation.
Yep, and in the state of Florida, depending on what you're convicted of, they can, if you're in jail, they charge you $50 a day. not on the time that you actually serve in jail, but the time that the judge initially gave you for that sentence. So people are coming out thinking, yeah, I may owe a little money, but then they turn around and they have to, maybe they served, 3 years of a 10-year sentence. They got to pay, $50 a day worth of 10 years. And how do you expect someone to come up from underneath that if they have a felony on their record and they have this huge debt? You want them to try to find housing, which most places look at your credit report, and they were like, hey, where you been for the last 3 years? I don't see any work history or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so they're creating a cycle, and I think in a lot of cases it's intentional because, yes, they could be helped, but ain't no profit in helping people. There's profit in incarcerating people. There's profit in selling them overpriced cell service and video service and products at the canteen or whatever they call it when they put money on their books. There's profit in all of that.
Yeah.
So it's to the point to where, this whole profit, the Ferengi, for those Trekkies out there, that Ferengi mindset where they ask, where's the profit in it? And, where this privatization of the school system, of the bus system that they're doing more and more. They're trying to find profit in order to benefit themselves, but ultimately when you privatize it, in a lot of those cases, the people are the ones who wind up losing out. But I'm sure LaDonna didn't want to hear me talk about vagrancy and everything. She wants to hear the wrestling report.
They knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Admiral Steve CK, he tell him to stop tipping his toes in the wrestling talk. That's me and Jason and LaDonna's thing. So, and you stick to frying that chicken well and, making sure ain't no pink at the bone. And, we cool. We cool. But full disclosure, I was unable to watch the pay-per-view because of the cotillion. But, I did my journalism on the TikTok and Facebook.
Hold on, what pay-per-view are you talking about?
AEW had a pay-per-view last night.
Did they? I missed that.
Yes. They had a pay-per-view where, let's see, one of the matches, it was a ladder match between the Young Bucks, the executive vice presidents versus FTR. And FTR was about to win the title. They're climbing up the ladder, but a fan jumps in with a mask on and pushes over the ladder. Of course, security comes in and hands it up, takes off the mask. It's Jungle Boy Jack Perry. So he's back.
Okay.
and for LaDonna, maybe you don't know that FTR and CM Punk are really good friends. So they are prepared. And the reason why Jack Perry and CM Punk had to leave, or CM Punk ultimately got fired, is because they got into a fight backstage. So they're tying all of that real life stuff together to create a new angle, which is great. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, you turn them lemons into lemonade. But they had not a title. It wasn't a title match, but it was Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. And I've seen some clips of that match, and they said it was a really good match. But those are two of the top wrestlers. Definitely of this decade. So I'm sure it was a good match. But the two things of note is that we have two new AEW champions. Oh. For the women's, I think it's the TBS women's title, Willow Nightingale is your new women's champion, and you have Swerve Strickland defeated Samoa Joe to become the new heavyweight champion.
I didn't know if they were going to pull the trigger on that or not.
I didn't know either. And so for the first time, I think, in one organization, a major organization, because it could have been some indies, you have you have a black female and a black male heavyweight champion. So that's good. Willow is definitely not the diva body type, but just her bubbling personality and her work in the ring, is really good. I when I first saw her, I'm like, now she's different, and she's taking her differences and doing a great job and running with it. So Hey, so big ups to her and big ups to Swerve. He's been slowly moving up the ladder, and they didn't know if they was gonna pull the trigger, which I'm glad they finally did. Even though they're talking about, folks are trying to say, oh, he's just a transitional champion. Everyone's a transitional champion. Let's be real.
Right.
They booked this stuff out, and so everyone's a transitional champion until you get to the Hulk Hogan's and even Roman Reigns, which just recently lost. But one thing to note, I think it's interesting, is that with Swerve beating Samoa Joe, Samoa Joe is he's Samoan. So you had a black man in the bloodline reign in AEW, and you can argue that Reverend Dr. Cody Rhodes ended the bloodline storyline with Roman Reigns. Because you see that with all the suits that he wears, they called him Reverend Doctor or Brother Deacon. Have you seen? Because he wears a 3-piece suit, and he has the gold chain in the pocket, and he looks like my grandfather back in the 70s and 80s when he comes out there.
Hold on, Samoa Joe is not part of the I know I or whatever family, is he?
No, but it's that small island of Samoa. They all related somehow. They probably cousins, but they never played it up. Even when they were Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe, they had their little feud in WWE. He just said, "You're not Samoan. You're just another Joe," which is hilarious because Roman Reigns' real name is Joe. So it's that's hilarious in itself. But
did Mercedes Moné actually wrestle?
No, she didn't.
Oh.
She came out after Willow won the title and got in her face and made the motion, that she wants the belt. And they made it official for the May pay-per-view that Mercedes Moné that'll probably be her first match, where she goes against Willow Nightingale, which the background on that is that when the two of them wrestled in Japan, Mercedes Moné wound up breaking her ankle, and they had to call an audible, which made Willow, when she was in Japan, I think it was Noah maybe, she became the women's champion over there. So they're tying all that in together into this next feud.
Okay.
To where they'll be going to each other. So it'll be interesting to see how. I'm sure Mercedes Moné will, get the title, considering they're paying her $5 million a year, and she still hasn't wrestled a single match.
Haven't wrestled a single match. Good work
I
if you
am
can get
not.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I do it, sit in the skybox, do some hand motions and CEO and, but, oh well, I just got to do what I got to do here. But I think I think that's it.
All
that
right.
is it. I'm sure Jason can call in, Facebook Jason can call in and fill in all the rest of the details that I missed.
Well, I can tell you, I will not, or at least I don't think so. I will not be at Heritage Bank Arena for the WWE draft coming up this Friday. But I might work on scoring some tickets. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be there.
Yeah, there's because there's good opportunity to see wrestlers that you normally wouldn't see when they do their little tours and everything.
Yeah.
But if Roman Reigns still doesn't show up, it's like I would just wait for he comes back to see what goes on. But the draft they do too much cross pollination to try to have a SmackDown brand and Raw brand anyway. It'd be different if they kept them separate, but it's a lot like Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
With their interleague play.
But I like it. I mean, I didn't like it when they did the brand split and had them exclusive. I like that little bit of crossover.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Oh, and they did have, I don't know if you saw, they have new tag team titles. They got rid of those copper penny belts, the Spartan belts, which I'm so glad they got rid of them. They were horrible when they first came out and should have changed it a lot sooner. So it's almost like a play on the WCW heavyweight championship belt, but making it tag team titles. And then the old school WWE or WWF title, tag team titles, how they used to be. So
I don't like the world title belts but I do like the old school WWE tag team title belts. I like those.
Yeah, they could have did some homage to the old NWA tag team titles, whether it's the national or the world. But oh well. I'm sure they already have many other versions in the works, because the more titles you have in there, the more you can charge
Yep.
wrestling fanatics, which I'm just a fan, $300 to $400 a pop. So they'll never get my money in that way.
Okay, I was about
I'll
to say,
check out
you buying belts?
the only no. And I told my wife explicitly, I'm like, please please do not buy me one of those belts that I'm just gonna put up on the shelf.
Yeah.
Put that $300 on a bill. I'll take that. Even though it's probably coming out of my left hand pocket into the right hand pocket.
That's all right.
But I'd rather do that. Now, if I happen to win one or something like that, hey, I'll have it.
Right.
But as far as buying it, no, ain't no way in the world.
Okay.
Ain't no way in the
I
world.
was about to be a little disappointed in you.
Nah. Nope. Now I'm sure if one of gorgeous Jimmy Garvin's Rhodes comes up, you'll probably catch that on eBay.
No.
You
I'm
can
not.
get you the Jerry curl wig to go along with it.
I would not buy any of these guys' old clothes. No.
All right. Hey, you have a good week.
All right, Brent. You do the same.
All right. Bye.
All right. That was Brent with the wrestling report, as well as some homeless talk. But yeah, somebody said, kind of jokingly, I guess. Hold on, where is it? Because I saw the comment and I wanted to talk about it. Come on, keep going. I got a key coming in. And Twin.
What's up, little man?
Hey, what's up, little man?
How you been, man?
I've been good. How about you?
They gonna sue you for them shirts. That's what they gonna do.
They can't sue me.
You put that shirt on, go in the D to see what they say.
They ain't gonna do nothing but look at it and be like, I like that. That's it. That's all they can do.
Man, I was listening to that Mayor on the Lincoln Wear show, man. That man, and then what make it so bad? All of a sudden your core was working and stuff until he came in there, and when we want to question him, here go the cord video messed up. Man, Lincoln, man, I can't wait till I call back.
Now,
in,
look,
man.
I believe that was an honest mistake. Sometimes things happen, and my personal belief is Lincoln was so excited to have the mayor in there. He was rubbing his legs together like a cricket, and he kicked out the court, and that happens sometimes.
Man, stop it, man. There you go blocking for him.
I'm just
Stop
telling you
it,
what
man.
I
When
believe happened.
Why he ain't do it when he had the interview with that little news reporter dude?
He wasn't that excited. He wasn't that excited about that dude.
That man was nervous as booty meat. What are you talking about?
I think Lincoln secretly has a crush on the mayor, and he get really excited when the mayor comes around.
That was some homosexual stuff you just said, man.
It's not. It's that people call it a man crush. That means it's some man that you look at and there's something about being around him that it energizes you.
Just say he obsessed with the mayor or something in a good way. But you gotta be extra telling about something. He got a crush on the mayor. That's like a woman that do you say I got
hold on, wait a minute, wait. I'm being extra by saying he got a man crush, but you talking about booty meat. Who's being extra?
How you? Man, let's move on, man. I ain't like, it's something about that mayor, man. They come with all these committees and stuff. At first it was conflict of interest committee. Now it's the what? Future committee?
The Futures Committee, yeah.
Whatever, future, vision, whatever the committee. It's all committee. And you got just like why I was saying, man. You got a 61-year-old lady that died, got shot, man. Probably innocent bystander, just like the other young kid got shot earlier last year. And yeah, and they sure ain't said mention it or nothing like that. Showed up probably a couple of minutes on the news, a second or two, and that was it, man. But they whole topic every time you call Trump this, Trump that. But y'all never talk about what's going on really in the hood. Trump go get off regardless if they like it or not. The man, if they really want to slam the man, they could have been did. But there's something in the game about that. That's why I don't trust that. Just like they say, affordable housing. And man, I just want to know what's the definition when they say that. Because you got a lady, just say you got a woman, a lady or somebody, anybody that's on a fixed income, and you talking about affordable housing, you get up there, she got get 2,000. Now you want to charge her what? Maybe 900 for rent? Is that affordable house? No, that's not affordable house. Because you got to pay her lights and then groceries and other. Well, she's got a car note or something. So what's the fucking definition of affordable housing, man? Tell me.
Well, I don't remember. They have a formula that they go by. It's a certain percentage of your income, and that's what they call affordable housing. I don't remember what it is, but if you make a certain amount, $1,000 a month, then they'll say, okay, $300 a month is affordable to you. And so that would be considered affordable housing for you.
Do they got affordable housing?
An income-based thing.
It sounds good. It sounds really good. So do they got affordable housing like downtown or Hyde Park or one of them areas?
I mean, they have income-based housing all around the city, I believe.
But they ain't gonna put us over there by Xavier nowhere or downtown, are they?
I'm not sure about that. There might be some over there.
I just want to know, man. They talk all this affordable housing. The reason why they good doing that is try to make it look good, because come next year, March or April, when they get that big old check and deposit in that bank, you be like, hey, we gave y'all something. We gave y'all this and all that. It's something in the game about this money, man. They just ain't saying that. They want to come out with all this committee and everything, and then your local community activist or whatever leader, council, however you want to call them, they tell you the bullshit at the last minute. These closed meetings, these some gatekeepers and everything, man, with these closed meetings and everything, won't inform the people and stuff. That's crazy, man. I just don't trust their system. I definitely don't trust that mayor. It's something about his perm in the suits, moose wood head ass. There's something about him, man.
I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with the mayor. I mean, he as the mayor, he's gonna do some things that I don't like. He's gonna do some things that are probably wise. I don't really have a problem with the mayor. I just would like him to be more open and talk to the people more.
He said you can call his number. He engaged with people at a certain time or whatever. Is he taking notes of what we say? Hell no. No white folks ain't gonna let him do that, man. They can sound good on the radio or whatever, in your Facebook and closed doors like he doing now, closed meetings. He don't give a damn about no damn thing. Long you get that paycheck and what he got off that railroad deal. That's all he worried about.
Yeah, I don't know that to be true. I believe that there's a chance that he does care about the city, about the city's image, about the people.
Man, these black folks go get crumbs to me, man. That's how I look. You'll see come next year. From here to next year, you'll see how they go get down on the black folk. It's gonna be sad, but I'm gonna be like, y'all voted for him. Y'all so anxious and in a rush and go try to vote. I think he's the right person. She the right person, and here they go shit on him.
But twin,
so, man,
here's my only, well, not my only, but my main pushback for you and people who feel and believe like you do. The I'm not gonna vote because it's not gonna help people.
Because man, don't you get tired of people lying, man?
Hold on, let me get it out. Let me get it out. my concern is, okay, you not gonna vote because all of these people lie and they don't help. But then, how if nobody is out there voting, if nobody is running, like you, like I wouldn't run, and I don't vote. How do things get better if everybody disengages from the process?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
All right, you don't vote because you don't believe that these people care about the people and that they want to do anything for the people, right?
Right.
So who are the people who care about people and want to do things for the people?
I'm looking at this text. What she said? You said what now?
I said, who are the people who care about people and want to do something for the people?
Well, I say, as of right now, way things going, I see Alicia Reese care about the people. She hooked people up with the 513 relief, but that's the only person I see that's doing something for the people.
But you think she's the only person in Hamilton County who cares anything about the people?
To my eyes, yeah. Right as of right now, as I see, I don't hear nobody else.
I'm not saying elected officials. I'm saying people, period. You think Alicia Reese is the only human in Hamilton County who actually cares about people?
Well, no, I'm just saying help for the community, though.
Right.
As them being a leader and all that. That's the only person.
But no, you're not understanding my question, or maybe I'm not making it clear. So I won't ask the question because I know what the answer is. There are hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people in Cincinnati who actually care about people and who want to see people succeed. And
I know all that, man. They ain't worried about it.
The point that I'm making to you is, if they don't run, like you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't run for office and you don't vote for people who run for office. So if the people who want to help won't run for office, won't become, as y'all call them, leaders, and people like you wouldn't vote for them if they did actually run, then how do you think we gonna get more Alicia Reese's in office?
Man, I'm just saying, when I go down there and I do put people on the ballot, I look at them, I study them and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay. And everything, I say, all right, that might be a good candidate. And then you're on that bench for 4 years as a councilman, and you ain't did nothing. So why would I put my trust in y'all? And then y'all don't come really engage in the community, man.
So then
y'all really don't.
So then why don't somebody like you run?
I don't know. I'm not getting into no damn politician. Shit, my first time was voting is with Obama.
So you
I'm not about to get him on.
Hold on. So you don't see how that poses a problem, that the people who run don't care about you and the people who care about you refuse to run?
Like I said, I'm not into them damn politicians. Whatever. They go do whatever the hell they want to do. You see what happened to Trump, right? You see what happened? You see what happened to Obama?
What do you mean?
We
what
thought
happened?
he was so good. I'm saying, you see he got all them 50,000 damn charges and everything on.
Because he broke 50,000 laws.
Why he ain't locked up?
Because he was a former president.
That don't mean shit. Right is right, wrong is wrong. When you get in that courtroom going, no, the hell it don't.
Yes,
right is right, wrong is wrong. Well, I'm about to go to this police station and say, hey man, I need to get off this. I need to get off this work or whatever, and that thing. And they say, what is it? I say, I got some drugs on me. They're gonna lock my black ass up, and what I'm gonna do? Get a bond, or maybe get a bond or whatever, and then I go from there. If I bond out, I bond out. If I don't, I don't. I just got to go to trial. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lose. They shouldn't have to waste my time, whatever. If I'm guilty, I'm guilty.
What?
Just like they doing with Trump now. Man, they could have been got rid of him. Man, they knew all this way before then, how he got out. The tax thing, whatever they got him on and everything. It's been, 4-5 years now facing this case? Since the election was rigged? Or whatever he said.
I barely know what we're talking about now.
I'm going about what you just said, man. And I'm going out. I'm speaking and everything about Trump when he the case. I'm saying, like if I go in there, they go hit me or whatever off if I'm selling drugs.
You're not the president, though.
I ain't gotta be no damn. I'm a citizen, right?
That's different than the president. They look at certain people with certain authority and in certain positions, and they treat them different. You got to know that, twin.
I know that. When they got Gotti, what happened?
He wasn't the president.
But I'm saying, you broke the law when you money laundering and all that, taxing and all that. It's the law that they got to treat everybody right. Hey, you know what make them so different? Just because he a president?
Yes.
He a damn citizen just like me.
That's not the way. That's not the way they view it.
That's crazy, man. That's real crazy.
But you really strayed away from the point that I was making, is that the people who care and the people who would do something for the people refuse to run for office, and when they do, people don't vote for them. So how do you
I'm saying I'm not no politician. I care about a lot of people.
You don't have to be a politician.
But I care about a community. When I see somebody, when I just like I was just in I ain't had to get that man my full plate when I was just in New York. He was a homeless man digging in a garbage can. I didn't have to do that. But when I saw something that would hurt my eyes, I was like, man, here, you ain't got to do to get out that garbage. I just had a big dumb gyro I bought and everything, a whole platter. I took 2 bites out of it and I seen that and it hurt my heart. What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so I was like, here, man, take this and it's $6. Man, don't do that, man. Not in my house. Do it around the corner. I said, don't do that. He said, all right, brother, I'm good now. I'm good now. When I seen him 5 minutes later, I said, you good? All right, man. Be careful out here, whatever. He ate that platter. I ain't have to do that. I was hungry, too.
And what I'm telling you is, you could run for office.
I don't want to do no politician. Didn't I just tell you that one part you ain't understand?
Why don't you want to help the people on a larger scale?
I don't want to get into that mess, man.
Why?
When I go in there, they might not even agree what I want to do. They gonna shoot me down every time. Nope, we ain't gonna pass that.
So then how can you complain about the people in office if you refuse to vote for other people and you refuse to become one of the people who care about people, who willing to help people?
Same reason why people, like in Chicago, with the mess going on, or New York or something like that, same thing that's going on, why they won't vote Democrat no more. Why? Because of the bullshit that's going on the
Democrat, they just talking.
Is you nuts, man? Chicago is a fucking all blue state. I mean, city, man. What are you talking about?
I said they gonna vote Democrat.
They not gonna vote Democrat, man. They going for Trump, man.
They gonna vote Democrat.
The black community up there is going for Trump.
Democrat.
Yeah, you think you know everything. I know what's going. See, you just like your uncle, man. Y'all think y'all know everything until the shit hit the fan.
All
then
right.
You say, oh.
All right, twin. Here's
then
let's make a friendly wager.
Let's go.
All right. What do you have to offer?
I mean, anything that's coming out my pocket.
On a small scale.
$100. Let's go.
I don't want to bet money.
Why come not?
Cause I just don't. How about, let me see, you work at Kroger, right?
Yeah.
What do I want from Kroger? What y'all got up there value that I might want?
What's that you don't like? Peanut butter? What's that you don't like? I forget what it is you don't like.
It's a lot of stuff I don't like. Here's what I like. They got that turkey with the cracked pepper in it.
Turkey with the cracked pepper.
Yeah, lunch meat over at the deli counter. All right, so here's what we can bet. Which one of them designs did you like? The twin?
Check it if it's dry. What you say?
Did you like the Adidas with the Jordan?
It was I wouldn't wear it though.
Oh, you wouldn't wear it. I want to make you something you will wear. Because if you win, I make you a shirt. If I win, you give me some cracked black pepper turkey.
Put them in that basket for me. It's a basket outside.
Calm down.
What you say?
Turkey for a shirt. Turkey for a shirt.
turkey for a shirt.
Yeah. I get
No,
some,
man.
I get some,
No,
some
I bet money, man.
I get 2 pounds of turkey, or I make you a shirt if Chicago goes Democrat, meaning the city. If the numbers in the city go Democrat for Biden, then I make you a shirt. If the numbers go red for Trump, then you give me 2 pounds of turkey.
I don't want that bad.
Come on, man.
Hell no, Chicago go Democrat.
I just told you that, and you said I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
He might win. No, he probably win the down. I had to think about it. He might win the downstate, other Illinois, part of Illinois.
No. We talking about Chicago, the numbers in Chicago, not
Okay.
Illinois.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that bet.
All right. Cool.
I gotta make me a run. Shit. Damn.
Man, go make your run. Go make your run.
Yeah, I'll take that bet anytime.
All right.
When is it? November?
It's November.
Hey, I had your little turkey meat ready or whatever.
All right.
Tell us good to give it to you. I gotta go. Money
right.
to be made.
Take it easy. All right. I like that turkey with the pepper in it. I like that turkey with the pepper in it. Chicago is going for Biden. Why are these people overestimating black support for Trump? Sure, some black people do support Trump. But come on, y'all, black people it's not where y'all think it is. I don't know why y'all think that way. I was watching that meeting and they was talking about black people in Chicago voting for Joe Biden over Donald Trump. Period. He can give me whatever design he wants. I'll make him. It's a shirt and some turkey. I didn't want to make it, $100. I ain't trying to, $100. The point ain't whatever the thing is. The point is, I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. Valerie Davis says Trump will be the next president again. Well, I don't know who's going to be the next president. So I'm not saying that Trump's not going to win the election. I told y'all a long time ago, I believe it's almost 50-50 toss-up. It's almost a 50-50 toss-up. Ain't no telling. My point ain't that Trump can't win. I don't want Trump to win. I believe he's bad for America. But I think it's a toss-up. But there's certain things that just ain't going to happen. Joe Biden's going to get more votes in Chicago than Donald Trump. Same says every statistic has shown Trump will not receive more than 10% of black voters. I don't know why these guys really believe, black people, Trump gonna win the black vote. He's not. He is not. But they convinced. Like they are really convinced. He might become president. Sorry, Janice, he might. But he ain't winning the black vote. Ron said, I just got back and chimed in. Are you talking about making me a Trump t-shirt? Please do. I wasn't talking about that. But what you got to offer? I'll bet you what you got to offer. Because I mean, it's got to be a bet of, you got to offer something. Or if you win, then if I win, then you make me a T-shirt. If you win, then you don't. That ain't no bet. The only thing that has me fearful of Donald Trump getting back in office is the migrant and him talking about rounding them up. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I know them white boy. That was the whole thing. Is it going to be well with it? I'm not sure what that means. All right, y'all got to get ready to get out of here. I see Jerika on here. And Jerika, let's just be clear about the pronunciation of your name. You keep telling people your name is pronounced Jerica. I have it on good authority that your name is pronounced Jerika. So in case you did not know, with your souse meat eat ass, your name is pronounced Jerika. Stop trying to convince people that it's Jerica. Okay? Stop. Say it with me. Jerika. Jerika. That man would not lie to us. He's a legend, and legends don't lie. Y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate all of y'all hanging out with me. I got to go and try to put some more of this wood in the chipper. That's right. I got a lot of wood to give. That is so not funny. It is so stupid and not funny that it's making me laugh. Oh, I got a lot of wood. I got to get back out here and deal with all this wood. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Oh, hold on, let me. Oh. I'm giving out wood. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm stupid. Just ignore that. Just ignore my stupidity. Ignore me when I'm being just ignorant. Ignore that. I appreciate y'all. I really want to make some of these shirts today, but I got too much stuff to do. If you are out and about, as always, I am Jerika, for no reason at all. It's so stupid. No reason at all. That tickled me. Until next time, as you are out and about, be the reason that somebody smiles today. I'm out, y'all. Peace.